Okay. So let's get started. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know too that I have room in my schedule for some more personal readings. And at this time, I'm going on a donation only basis. I'm not worried about price structures or charging you a certain amount or timing or anything. It's just let the wisdom come, let the guidance come, and reciprocate with whatever you can pay, if any, right? So just get in touch with me through the email on this channel and we could set something up. Okay, so I pulled an oracle card for you guys from the Sacred Path Oracle deck, and it's based on traditions and teachings of Native American culture. And the card I pulled for you at this time, Virgo, is the North Shield. It's a card of wisdom and gratitude. The first thing that comes to mind to me is, for some of you, there's hard lessons. There's some hard stuff happening or has just happened. Or maybe in a more distant part of your past that you're trying to reevaluate. Something difficult and challenging occurred or is occurring. This is just for a group of you. And the step to take on the heels of this difficult situation is the wisdom, right? The wisdom and the gratitude. So something difficult happened, but you are in a place more and more as you develop your spirituality, you are able to take that experience and channel it into growth. Like, first of all, be grateful for it so that you can acknowledge how much you're going to grow from it, how much you're going to learn what the hidden gift is. This is for a group of you. I can feel that there's been some hard times, some really hard shit you've had to deal with. And once you're able to understand it in a way, in a more global, like a bigger picture way, once you're able to understand it in the course of your life, this helped me to learn XYZ, or this helped me to gain more autonomy, or whatever this challenging situation was, it is happening for you. And being appreciative of that is what will ease that real world sort of pain over it, is just lean toward appreciation. There was a pretty bad breakup I had several years back, and I knew, as much as I was betrayed and hurt and angry and in a lot of pain over it, I knew, I told myself, I heard the voice say, reach for the gratitude. Reach for the gratitude. It took me a while, in real world time. It took me quite a while. But once I was able to, and I reminded myself that, there will be something to be grateful for through this. Even though I didn't feel it in the moment, right? It's just reaching for it. And I feel it at this time for another group of you, you're in that same position as I am. This incident, this experience that was shocking and negative and difficult is in your distant past. And maybe now you could sort of bring it back up again into your experience so that you can find and, find the appreciation for what you learned from it. Because now you're in a position of greater wisdom. Now you have a more mature way of seeing things, right? And for that, you are grateful. Not you should be, but you are grateful for that, for many of you. Okay? That wisdom is in your heart and it will always be there. And you can always draw on it, right? It's a blessing. Okay, so elaborating on this, we have this tree spread. The first branch is where you stand now, and then we take the trunk energy and master it to move to another level of awareness. Left side cards are internal energies that are sometimes hidden from others, but that you are fully aware of. And right side cards are external energies, and sometimes just physically how they manifest in your world. Okay, starting point for you, Virgo, as it pertains to gaining wisdom from difficult situations. Look at that. Beautiful. Celebration. Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's raining and it's pouring and it's storming, and these women find a way to appreciate it. They're loving it. They're loving that feeling of aliveness and getting soaking wet, right? But that's exactly what I mean. There is always, always, as much as there is a negative thing to see in a challenging situation, which is the most apparent way to see it, there always is a positive light. Always. And we just have to trust it and use our gained wisdom and, along the course of our life experience to start to identify it, sooner and sooner as these challenges come. We can train ourselves to start to look for the gift earlier and earlier in the experience. That's where you start. So for a handful of you already, this has been like, yeah, I got it. I got it, right? I have the gratitude in hand, and I see the situation for what it is or what it was, and I'm in a position of gratitude towards it. Okay? Internally, the internal energy supporting this, this celebratory energy is the miser card. So there are still some energies that you're holding close, that you're not letting out, and dancing in the rain over, right? And that's okay. You're reserving some of it for yourself. Some of that pain still needs to be processed. And some of the wisdom that you're gaining also is just for you to know at this time. Some of that gratitude is for you to hang on to. So this miserly, this is a very internal, and it's in the internal position. This is a very internal feeling, like I wouldn't say clinging on to certain energies, but you are sort of preserving them for yourself at this time. And that's okay. That is your choice, your prerogative as to when to let some of this stuff out or let some of it go. The pain, or let the wisdom out. And, like it could be like you're in my situation. You had a really bad breakup, and right away you're starting to get, okay, well, this is really good for me. This is actually going to end up being a good thing for me. And you can know that internally, but it doesn't mean you have to share it with everyone around you. They may say, are you crazy? You just got screwed over. You could, revenge or whatever. So for some of you, you want to kind of hold that in and ponder over it and know. And then sometimes for some of you, this is that pain, that residual pain that you kind of aren't ready to let go of yet, which is okay, because that's going to make you stronger as well. Okay. As long as we're dealing with balance, right? It's okay. Okay. In your external world, the way this comes out for you is success. Look at that. You will have a point either in your near future, or you're there already, where you're like, yeah, this shit happened. I grew from it, and I am so much stronger now, and it's all good. Like, I am fine, right? That is the process. Reaching for the gratitude is the key. And it seems counterintuitive when we're having difficulties, but the gratitude is that counterbalance to the difficulty. And it's always within our reach. There's always something to be grateful for. Even if it's totally off topic, just reaching for that feeling of gratitude, even if it's like, say that your difficult situation is something at work, but at home, there's so many things to see and be appreciative of. Focus on that more. It's like sort of drown your thoughts with all the good stuff that's happening at home, because then the stuff at work, that sort of magnified energy of negativity, it lessens if you're just saying, yeah, but I got good stuff too, right? So it's a balance. But you are mastering this on your own, Virgo. You're mastering this on your own. When you're alone with your thoughts, you have a sense of this, that, yeah, there's good stuff too. And I could focus on that if I want. Okay, moving forward, we have the energy of the trump card. And that is what's going to be needed to master in order to gain your next level of awareness. And it's a mind-based card. It's the guilt card. So you may have thoughts tugging at you that are relentless about this, this situation. there's a handful of you that in the process of saying, yeah, I went through that, but I'm reaching for the good stuff now. I'm going to find things to be appreciative of. It might conflict with some of those around you. They may, like I said earlier, they may say, are you crazy? Like you need to get some revenge or whatever. And it might make you feel a little bit torn as to what's the best way to proceed, because maybe others that you respect or others that you rely on for support may not agree with your reaching for the gratitude. Or, and then there's another portion of you that in processing the pain, in maybe holding on to some of it, it may make you feel like, oh, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't stay in touch with that pain because it's, maybe those around me think that I've been hanging on to it too long or whatever. It's an internal job, so you don't have to share it outward, and you don't have to feel poorly about yourself, because the process and the timing and the pace that you choose is what's right for you. So, there is no template here on how to get through some of these difficult situations. There's no template. There's no rule book as far as what's the best way to go. And if you just listen to your own wisdom, you will get what's right for you. And you can do it with, free of any conflicting feelings. But you need to master the fact that those conflicting thoughts and maybe thoughts of guilt may enter. And what you need to do is just, reach for that gratitude again, reach for the appreciation in order to wash away those energies. Okay. Next level. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. You have such a beautiful set of cards ahead of you. You have such a beautiful energy just waiting for you. If you're not already in it, this starting point here with the energies of learning to gain wisdom from your challenges, you may have already mastered that and are already here in this next set of cards. Or if not, your awareness and tweaking just a couple things, appreciating more and more, and, sort of dwelling less and less on the pain, you're creating just this beautiful this beautiful energy. First of all, it's grounded by a harmony, a balancing mind and heart, intuition and desire. It's all aligning. You're in harmony. You're about to be. There's a settled energy to this. Like yes, shitty things happen to me, but I can still stay in alignment. I am okay, right? Within and without. And then supporting that harmony energy is the awareness card, which is the veil is lifting. You're gaining more and more clarity as to what's best for you. You are gaining more clarity as it pertains to that gift that you are getting in touch with that has to do with this painful situation. More and more clarity is coming, and it's starting within you. So just beautiful. And this could happen rapidly for you too. And then look at that, because when I pulled this card, this North Shield card, the first Zen card that came to mind was this card of maturity, and we pulled it. And it's very much near your outcomes here. This is in your external world. This is, success and wisdom, basically, are your outcomes for this process, for this, just by taking pain and reaching, not mastering all the way, but reaching toward something to be grateful for. And like I said, if it has to be off topic, just that sense of the gratitude, that appreciative energy that's flowing through your spirit will help to realign the painful stuff and bring you to a place of harmony and clarity. So, and as time goes on, you're getting, I feel like I've pulled this card for Virgo quite a lot, the maturity card, this card of wisdom, and how this figure is just resting in peace, just knowing that all is well. Even if crap's happening around you that doesn't feel so good, you still know There's a knowing deep within you that you're okay, that it will be okay. You will gain from this, you will learn from this, and you will grow. And then beautiful insight into the entire reading, which is this top card, is the Patience card. You know, let all of this transpire and process and flow in its natural pace. It's beautiful. Your ability and willingness to allow the energies to come and go through your experience, even if they're negative ones, but your ability to stay open, kind of like an opened gate, and just rest in the center of it. You know, all these cards here are the same. They're just peaceful and rested and certain of goodness. Certain. And there's nothing really else to be done except to be. And let the energies flow in and around you, and kind of like you are an open gate or an open door, and they're moving in and out of your experience. It doesn't change the fact that, yeah, I had some pain, but you don't have to go and follow it and stick with it, right? You know, pain is just a reminder of how alive you are, right? If you stay and dwell in the energy, that could be detrimental, but it is also a positive thing, because it kind of flips that switch within you that reminds you, I have choices of how to feel here. Yeah, this hurts and I will hurt. And then when the hurt is starting to wane, I will reach for something that's more, aligned with my gratitude. And then the hurt will fade. You can really, really master this beautiful sense of alignment here that's waiting for you. Just with the right, grateful outlooks and attitudes and thoughts. You got it. You got it. This is beautiful. I love this for you guys.